this video. Oof, this guy, he's got moves. I'll be exposing what it's like to travel and eat. That's really nice. On Turkish Airlines business class. This is really one of the best business class meals on an airplane I've ever had. But first, let's back up. Right now, I am in the country of Morocco, specifically the city of Marrakesh. My team and I have just finished a big production here in Morocco. See, there they are.
This is Dao, the Best Ever Food Review Show's director of photography. And this is Vân, one of the best ever food producers.
And right now we are headed back home to Vietnam. In order to get to Vietnam, we are going to take a route going from Marrakesh to Istanbul and then from Istanbul to Saigon. And I have purchased myself a business class ticket. Dao, for financial reasons, is going to be in the back of the airplane. Wait, come here. I have an idea. I can document business class, and Dao, you can document economy.
I will be too busy sleeping already.
Okay, you know what? You're no fun. What if you filmed the food and you just did something like that? Yep. From here, we are headed to the airport, and I'm hoping that Marrakesh has a sweet lounge. Let's see what they got, or what they don't got. It might be bad. Headed to our gate, it is time to check in. All right, folks, so we're all checked in. We dropped our bags, and then I was given terrible news. They told me that the lounge here is under construction. It doesn't exist. The content for this video so far is looking pretty bleak. Right now we're gonna go through security, and I'm gonna see if maybe on the other side of that there is like a sweet restaurant. Let's see what we can find before we get on the plane, because boy, I am hungry and I was expecting to eat. All right, so I've gone past security. I'm in the main airport right now. There are a good amount of food options. So instead of going to a lounge, I'm gonna show you kind of a cool Moroccan food, at least my favorite Moroccan food that I've had so far on this trip. Let's go check it out now. There it is. Let's order it and I'll tell you what it is soon. Excuse me, can I please have one pastilla, please? This is a pastilla. It is basically a pastry. It's covered with powdered sugar and cinnamon, but what makes it weird is what's on the inside, which is vermicelli and chicken. Is it a dessert? Is it a savory item? Because it's kind of both combined into one. The one that I tried in Fez was filled with pigeon meat, and you will see that in a future episode. But for now, we're gonna have an airport pastilla filled with chicken. Let's go for it. It's a little bit dry. Sweet powdered sugar on the outside with cinnamon, an excellent flavor combination. Then you bite to the inside and you're getting vermicelli, chicken, and turmeric. You have to be careful when eating an item such as this when it's covered with powdered sugar and cinnamon. Do not inhale when you take a bite. You could pass away and become deceased.
Soon you'll see what a multi-$1,000 ticket on Turkish Airlines gets you. But first, I've heard this airport actually does have a lounge, and I'm absolutely determined to find it.
Right here, VIP lounge. Hello, I'm Turkish Airlines. Uh-oh, can I pay for access? Wow, so I can't even pay.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Okay, so Turkish Airlines has no contract with this airport. People flying on Turkish Airlines cannot go inside of it. Nice. So I'm gonna go to a different one and to see if I can actually pay to get inside. Will they take my money? Let's find out. Can I pay to go to this lounge?
Of course you can, sir. You can enter have a look if it's okay for you.
Okay, very reasonable gentleman. He said I can go take a look at the lounge. Oh wow, I'm glad he told me to take a look. There's basically nothing here and no drinks, no beer, and that's making me very sad at the moment. Ooh, there's this. Vegetables. Meat gloop. Empty container. I don't know what that is. That's gonna be a negative for me. I'm just gonna wait for the airplane and suck it up.
With a half-empty belly, I'm ready to board flight 1 of 2 and jump directly into the first course.
This is quite the appetizer here. 3 piles of mush. My man, how is it? Is it good? What is that? It's big flat. Okay, cool. Boom. This is interesting as a starter because we've got cheese, tomatoes, but they have flan here. Flan is a dessert. That's really nice. But then they have 3 piles of mush.
Here, a selection of 3 Turkish meze, kisir, a bulgur mixed with tomato paste and herbs, baba ganoush, a smoky eggplant dip with tahini and garlic, and cheesy egg meze, a creamy blend of eggs and soft cheese. At least, that's my best guess.
Oh, very rich, very cheesy, pretty intense. Not for me. This right here is the eggplant mush. Interesting appetizer choice. I would have gone with mozzarella sticks. Finally, we have this one. Something tomatoey, very flavorful, but kind of unusual textures and dishes to start with. Meanwhile, I believe Dao is in the back. Let's see how he's enjoying his economy class food.
The economy feast looks, well, Economical: bread, a snack, yogurt, tomatoes, and pickles. For the main, a grilled beef patty with something resembling cheesy potatoes. So, how did it go down?
Nice. The main course has arrived. I'm starting to think that the flan was not an appetizer. I think they just brought the dessert early. But for the main entree, we have wild caught sea bass. It looks okay. I didn't want to get chicken. The chicken just seemed too normal. But this doesn't look that great. And also, there's Mediterranean vegetables. A solid 6 out of 10. It's not heartbreaking, but it's not amazing. Right, we are now in Istanbul. The first flight was successful food-wise. How did it rate? I would say maybe 4 out of 10. The best part was the flan, but in what culinary universe is it okay to put the appetizer and the dessert together? So by the time I got my steamed fish, I already blew out my palate because I ate all the flan. The flan was very good though. Everything else? Right up here, that is the business lounge. I'm gonna head up there soon, but first, there is one type of cuisine you have to try when you come to Turkey, and that, my friends, is sushi.
What?
Don't make fun of me for getting sushi in Turkey. I like sushi, and we're in Asia, technically. Istanbul is what connects Europe with Asia. It's appropriate to get Asian food. The problem is, I'm looking at the menu here, and for like salmon nigiri, it's 14 euros for 2 pieces. What's going on? So probably the best thing about this place is they have the conveyor belt, and so you can just grab what you want, eat it right away. You don't have to wait for someone to make your sushi. That's what I like about it. But wow, the prices are... Even when I complained about it to the server, he was like, yeah, I know, tell me about it. Japanese beer, doing the world's worst pour because I'm filming alone. All right, this looks decent, I'm getting this. Pop the top, oh wow, instantly cucumber has been spotted, but that's all right. In just a moment, I'm gonna go to the lounge where they have Turkish food that is free with the ticket. Why am I doing this? I don't know, this doesn't actually look that good. What the hell was that? This is like the most Turkish sushi roll I've ever had in my life. I think it's full of vegetables. All right, so the food has arrived and this is $14 and this is $19. That's wild. I got some salmon right here. Give it a little bit of a dip. Still like it. It's cold, it's salmony. Was this salmon first used as a punching bag in a Turkish boxing gym? Yes. I don't care. I still like it. Meanwhile, we have our nigiri here. Healthy amount of rice, very thin piece of salmon. Put the fish in the soy sauce a little bit. I'm getting end of the day vibes from the food. That rice is ice cold for some reason. What are you gonna do? Probably not get some more food. So from here, we're gonna go to the lounge after I eat this. Right now I'm looking at the world's biggest flight board. My 2:50 flight has been moved to 6:25 in the morning. Delayed almost 4 hours. That is a bummer because I was supposed to get in Saigon at 4:30, get to my house at 6:30. I was gonna see my wife, my kid, and now who knows. The bright side is that this did not happen in Morocco, but it happened here where I do at least have lounge access and maybe somewhere I can take a rest. Welcome to the lounge. What? This piano plays itself. AI music is the future. So what's cool about this lounge is it's kind of huge and sprawling, and then you have the view of the whole airport below. But the second coolest thing is the Turkish food, which is awesome. Starting with desserts. Amazing smells coming from this area. This is some cheese in dough. So they're making a fresh batch of whatever this is behind me. They said it's gonna be ready in 10 minutes and it looks and smells amazing. Oof, this guy, he's got moves. If you're more of a health nut, there's no shortage of salads and olives and vegetable things here. They have all that stuff too. Behind me, I've spotted some sort of a meat offering. White bean stew and eggplant moussaka. That is not meat at all. I was misled. That moussaka looks like meat. I would say the only thing this lounge lacks is like a lot of drink options. This is kind of what we're working with here. What the heck is that? Apricot juice? People want beer. They don't want apricot juice. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh, it looks so good. He puts on a delicious sauce.
This oblong pizza is called pide. I once tried it in Istanbul with plenty of meat, but here it's just cheese. Simple, but solid.
So there are some kind of pros and cons to what's happening right now in this lounge. The cons is that since it's so late, a lot of the kitchens are closed, and that makes me very sad. But they are still doing some stuff like this, which you get to see come fresh out the oven, and people gather around like moths to a flame. They can't resist. I mean, it smells so good. Irresistibly thin. And then a nice layer of cheese on there. I love it. What's not to love is cheese and also bread. It's Turkish cheese bread. It also beats paying $19 for sushi. You know that thing I thought was beer? I think that's beer. That's the one kind of beer. It's not beer. It's some kind of juice or energy drink. And they have hidden the beer in a specific area, probably because we're in a Muslim country. But this is one of the more like outgoing liberal Muslim countries. So I don't know what the problem is. Oh, there you are. Is it the best beer? No, but it's beer. Time has passed. It is now 5:46 a.m. in the morning. The lounge, how was it? I would say I would give the lounge 6 out of 10. Last time I was here, they had a guy who walked around giving back massages. Wait, did that guy work there? Yeah, boy. Anyways, now it's time for the real deal. This is what the bulk of the money goes toward. It's for the food that you eat on business class in the plane. That is what I'm gonna experience next on the final leg of this journey. Let's go. I'm trying not to be too noisy because everyone's tired from waiting an extra 3.5 hours. But here we are. Let's see what we got here. Pillow, blanket, slippers, food menu. Pretty standard stuff, but let's see how it turns out. So this is something that Turkish Airlines does differently from any other airline. Sometimes they'll just bring out like the pre-created dish that was made in the kitchen, but sometimes they'll bring out like a cart that you can just scoop up food from. And it's also just fun to have like a guy who looks like Chef Boyardee on the plane taking your food order. Why not? I'm here for it. That hat is 10 out of 10. Good food things should be in my future. Hi there.
What would you like for your starters?
Everything.
Everything?
Can I?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. All right, folks, take a look at this. That is course one. I don't know, it looks like a thick cream with granola maybe, and raspberries, and blueberries, and blackberries. There's a random piece of cheese. There's a donut that's not a donut. Can I tell you right now, it's 7:45 a.m. I've not slept, but I want to get this meal done, and then I'm gonna sleep. Right here, we got a little bit of that thick cream. Oh, yeah. This seems a little bit more like a breakfast. It's berries and cream and granola. Yeah, that's what it is. But it tastes good. It's delightful. I love it. Pair that with a Diet Coke because there's no wrong time to drink a Diet Coke. This here, it looks like they have a combination of honey and butter. I want to try that out. Hit it with a little bit of this. That's good. Butter and honey together. That's amazing. I gotta say, the flight attendants keep walking up and down the aisles, which is good, as they should, but I look insane holding my phone, filming myself eat, taking a bite, doing this. But they're very polite and they do not point out the fact that I look insane, which I appreciate. On to the main course. So I started with, I guess, a Greek yogurt with berries, and then I've got this right here. It's eggs Benedict. There's a little bread underneath. Not much hollandaise sauce, but dude, having poached eggs on an airplane, are you kidding me? That's awesome. Not quite a runny yolk, but it's gooey. Pretty damn good considering that was cooked a while ago by somebody not on the airplane. I don't think somebody's poaching eggs in the back. Something like this would be awesome anywhere. It's especially awesome on an airplane. Creamy, soft poached eggs. A little Diet Coke to wash it down. And that is breakfast. It is like 8 a.m. I'm gonna sleep for about 5 hours, and then the next bigger, more substantial meal service begins, and that one's gonna be a doozy. Final meal service has begun. We're starting with some of
These nuts.
and a mix of iced coffee and champagne. Nothing like an upper and a downer to help even out the eventual jet lag that is to come from all this travel. Here we have olive oil, some spices, butter, salt, pepper, and then what looks like a hat that I could put onto my baby. What is that? Everything this trip has built up to this meal. I'm very excited. So I've just received a small package that's labeled the oldest bread. So this is a bread made from 12,000-year-old bread grains. They're trying to really create a unique and special experience here in business class, and I applaud them for that. Let's see how it looks. Okay, 12,000-year-old bread. It looks the same as one-day-old bread, if I'm honest. I'm gonna butter this bread. Time to try some 12,000-year-old bread. No, it's pretty good wheat bread. Very dense. It's food with a story. That's what I like. But in front of me, I have a food without a story. Soup. The menu says it's a celeriac and lentil soup. It's very thick. It's savory. It's heartwarming. It's nice. They put little chunks of bread inside, which is nice too. Helps absorb the lentil soup. Here they have kind of like 3 starters you could choose from. And when the chef came by here, I don't know, 8 hours ago, I said, can I have them all? And he looked at me like this. Yes, you can, but no one has dared to ask me this. And so here, those are So this is a grilled chicken salad, and this is a selection of Turkish meze. I tried something similar to this on the first flight, and I did not love it, but let's see how this differs. It just says a selection of meze. For you to figure out what kind of meze, that's up to you. I'm gonna call that mayonnaise and cold potatoes, but I like it. Then we've got this kind of a green mush. This is what scares me. It looks like a lot of flavor. It's like an oily herbal mince. It's not for me. Maybe in small quantities, not bad. Maybe if you intersperse it with some of this chicken here. Ooh, the chicken has a something right down here, I'll tell you that. What's that, brother? Oh, thick Greek yogurt, but very good. We got grilled chicken, but there's some grilled vegetables here too. 10 out of 10, delicious. Roasted vegetables, that thick, probably Greek yogurt, and chilled grilled chicken. It's really nice. Before me now, the final course, and it looks amazing. I know this is gonna sound like a 1% problem, but what can be bad about business class food is that usually the options are like a big piece of beef or a big piece of chicken or something vegetarian. And sometimes you want more than just a hunk of meat. Enter this right here, shrimp linguine. There's kind of a lobster sauce here. I'm gonna spool those noodles into a nice clump. Oh yeah, very nice. You can really taste the lobster and the sauce. It's a delicious seafood sauce mixed with kind of slightly al dente noodles and then fat shrimp on the side. Time for the ultimate bite. It's very nice. I wish that they put a little bit more sauce. They're trying to be kind of artful with the plate by putting sauce on the bottom and not on top of anything. I mean, it looks pretty, but it would be nice to get a little bit more flavor. But this is really one of the best business class meals on an airplane I've ever had, between this and the poached eggs. So this is the main course, but next we're gonna see a traditional Turkish dessert.
But before that, let's check in on Dao and see how he's handling his coach class cuisine. It starts with some type of bread, scrambled eggs, and mushrooms. Does he love it? It turns out, no, not so much.
All right, besties, right here we've got an array of traditional Turkish desserts. Look at this one, looking very traditional. There's a green log one. This looks like baklava. This looks like ice cream, but it's not. It's a very thick, sweet cream, and it tastes pretty amazing. This, I believe, is baklava. I showed you all those desserts earlier in the lounge. I did not eat any of them, but now it's finally time. Oozing with sweet syrup, layers of decadence, a welcoming texture. It's so good. Turkish desserts are among my favorite in the world, and that right there is no exception. So this concludes the meal service segment of this video. I'm looking at the screen and it says we have 2 hours left until we get to our final destination, which is my home, Saigon. I cannot wait to be there and to see my wife and my kid. Let's go. All right, folks, the flight's over, just collecting my bags. And look, this is a priority sticker. And what that means is they prioritize removing one of your wheels. What happened to my wheel? The whole trip, it started rough. It started rough in Marrakesh. There's no lounge if you're on Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines, work it out, please. Thank you. But the last flight was amazing. Great service, like exceptional 10 out of 10 service. Food, 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video of me traveling on business class and ending here at the baggage claim in Vietnam. Otherwise, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Who's gonna pay for this? You know who? Me. Me. That's who's paying for this. Me. And look, this is a nice bag. This is from Target. You guys know Target?